Hello and welcome to Easter Egg Hunting, a show that dissects your favorite games looking for hidden secrets and Easter eggs. We're gonna try our hardest to show you any and all Easter eggs that we can find in any game, and we'll even be throwing in a bit of trivia as well.
We've now reached part 4 of our long journey through the main series Mario titles, and after a huge amount of fan requests, we've decided to take a look at anything we could find in Super Mario 3D World. So without further ado, let's begin. Straight off the bat in the game's introduction, the brothers fix a damaged clear pipe. A number of items and power-ups burst out of it, but amongst the items are a few 8-bit Luigi sprites. To celebrate the year of Luigi in 2013, Nintendo hid 8-bit sprites of Luigi all throughout the game. This includes almost every playable area in the game, which we'll show whenever we come across a Luigi sprite. Going a little further into the opening scenes, Bowser is depicted capturing the Sprixie princesses using bottles. Considering the Sprixies are literally called fairies in the original Japanese game, this seems to be a reference to the Zelda series, where players can capture fairies in bottles. The Sprixies themselves resemble the subcons from Super Mario Bros. 2, which is an underlying theme of the game. Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad have comparable abilities to what they possessed in Mario 2, and Toad's blue palette even matches the NES game, despite Toad's often being represented as having red dots. And hey, one of the earliest of the in-game Luigi sprites is actually located before you even start the game. All you gotta do is load up the e-manual, and then you'll find him at the bottom of page 8. Then we can jump into the actual levels of the game, the first being located in level 1, Super Bell Hill. If you approach the Sprixie holding a pair of binoculars just after the level's halfway point, a Luigi sprite can be seen behind a fence towards the flagpole. The sprite can only be seen from this viewpoint, however, as it disappears if you get too close. By now you've probably encountered the Super Bell power-up that transforms characters into cats, the inspiration of which has some curious origins. While making the game, developers experimented with having Mario run on all fours like an animal. They also made it possible for Mario to run up walls, and found these mechanics to be novel and very fun. The idea to make Mario a cat came later after the developers realized these limber abilities reminded them of felines. Moving on to the second level, Koopa Troopa Cave, a small Luigi sprite will sporadically emerge from the pipe on the level's overworld icon, and I literally waited for 10 minutes for him to appear here. It's very, very hard to see. If you go into the level itself and rotate the camera at the very start, you'll see another Luigi sprite at the far right of the cliff. Waiting in this area for a few minutes until the timer hits 105 will reveal another secret Luigi sprite on top of the warp pipe. And if you were to stomp on the Koopa Troopa in the starting area as well, you can take his shell and go inside. This feature is a small reference to the blue shell power-up from New Super Mario Bros. Hopping into level 3, Mount Beanpole, there'll be a Sprixie with binoculars at the top of the tree near the starting point. If you approach the Sprixie and look up at the mountain, you'll see a Luigi sprite cast within one of the shadows. In World 1, level 4, Plessie's Plunging Falls, we meet Plessie. Plessie's name and design are in reference to both the prehistoric plesiosaur and the Loch Ness Monster, as the Loch Ness Monster is sometimes referred to as Nessie. Plessie again shares similarities with Dory from Super Mario 64, who is also a plesiosaur and has a name based on the Loch Ness Monster's nickname, Nessie. The music in this level is also a cover of the music that appears in Mario 64's Rainbow Ride, Tick-Tock Clock, and Peach's Secret Slide levels. However, Nintendo didn't hide the Luigi sprite very well in Plessie's level. It can be easily seen straight after the first set of boosters. In the 5th level, Switch Scramble Circus, a Luigi sprite is sneakily placed on the reflection of the first spade-shaped mirror at the start of the level. And just before we wrap up World 1, we have a visit to Super Mario Galaxy's Captain Toad. The Captain Toad areas in this game were a sort of test to see if a full platform puzzle game in this style would be viable. The testing paid off and Captain Toad got his own game. Interestingly though, the Captain Toad concept was originally pitched as a standalone Zelda game. Anyway, onto World 1's castle stage, Bowser's Highway Showdown, multiple Luigi sprites can be found. When entering the castle, a shadowy Luigi sprite can be seen sitting atop the entranceway of the cutscene. Then, another Luigi sprite can be seen in the distance running through water just before the boss fight with Bowser himself. Before we cover World 2, we'll talk about the first of the game's luck houses. In a lucky house, a Super Mario Bros. 2 style slot machine will come into play, and fittingly, the Mario 2 character select theme plays inside the house. The secret we're here for, however, is the sneaky golden Luigi sprite that zips by with the shower of coins after you win a jackpot. For a side note as well, if you want to guarantee yourself a jackpot every time you enter these rooms, just hit the blocks in time with the music. Works absolutely every single time. The first level in World 2 is named Conkdor Canyon, after the game's new enemy, the Conkdor. There's a Luigi sprite in this area cleverly woven into the level itself. If you look through the Sprixie's binoculars near the checkpoint, you'll be able to see a mosaic Luigi sprite on the wall of the tower. Jumping into the second level, Puff Prod Peaks, a Luigi sprite can be seen at the start of of the area by tapping the first touchstone platform on the gamepad. Our next stop is level 3, Shadow Play Alley. Right at the start of the level, scaling the wall with the cat suit reveals the shadow of a Luigi sprite that ducks in the top left corner. Moving a little bit further into the level, we'll find some potted piranha plants. The player can pick these pots up and use them as weapons, chomping at enemies and even getting green stars. The potted plants serve basically the same function in Mario Kart 8, and because the games were developed alongside each other, it's hard to say which team developed it first. That argument could be up for debate, however, as the potted piranha plant might be in reference to the Mario Party 3 minigame Storm Chasers, where players carry around piranha plants trying to collect rainwater. This same level appears in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Although Treasure Tracker came out after 3D World, the events of Treasure Tracker actually take place before that game. When Captain Toad grabs the green star in Shadow Play Alley, he's in the same place that he appears in the 3D World level, meaning that the green star he gives to the player in 3D World is the same star that he collects in Treasure Tracker. Then onto level 4, Really Rolling Hills, there are 2 Luigis to find here. Before you reach the checkpoint flag, a Luigi can be seen attached to the giant rolling hill, and then when you reach the pipe to take you underground, wait there until about 100 seconds remains on your clock, and then a Luigi pops out of the warp pipe. The next level, Double Cherry Pass, features a Luigi hidden at the very end of the level, right on the far right fence. Also in Double Cherry Pass, we encounter the titular Double Cherry item. The developers have gone on record to say that they came up with this power-up by complete accident. A staff member accidentally placed 2 Marios in the same level during development and found that controlling them both at the same time worked surprisingly well. This isn't the first time a duplication power-up has featured in a Mario game, however. Mario and Luigi, partners in time, had the Copy Flower item, which duplicated the brothers many times over. Not only did the 2 items have similar functionality, but they also have curiously similar designs as well. Finally, in Bowser's Bullet Bill Brigade, take a look at the tank tracks on the floor to find a blatant Luigi right there on the ground at the start of the level. On a side note, there are 2 mystery houses in the game where you're pitted against various enemies. The one in World 2 is named Mystery House Melee, and the one later in World Mushroom is named Mystery House Brawl, as references to the Super Smash Bros. Series. Before we play the levels of World 3, another hub world Luigi can be found here, but it's extremely hard to see. Find the warp pipe that takes you to the platform with a hidden 1-up mushroom, and then while you're there, look out to the distance and you'll see him blurred in the ocean. Once we begin the stages though, skipping ahead to stage 2, Chain Link Charge, simply reach the checkpoint flag and destroy the signpost around there to reveal Luigi hiding behind it. After this, in level 3, Shifty Boom Mansion, this Luigi occurrence is much more different from any other occurrence in the game in that you have to complete a set task before he appears. To make Luigi appear here, you must be equipped with the cat suit and then find all 6 time extension clocks hidden around the level. Once you've done that, head for the flagpole and wait until 12 seconds on the clock remain. Once this happens, you'll see the Luigis running through the gravestones in the background. It's also worth saying that you can collect a green star in this level by jumping through a painting, which is a possible reference to the level select method from Mario 64. In level 5, Pipeline Lagoon, there are 3 Luigis to actually find here. The first is at the very beginning of the level, where Luigi can be found yet again swimming in the water. Later on in the level, in the clear pipe before the checkpoint, if you're fast enough to reach it, you'll see Luigi blasting through the same pipe as you, but like I said, you have to be fast enough to see it. Finally, in one of the more random Luigi appearances that took me 11 level retries to see, you'll sometimes be able to see him in a random Cheep Cheep with his head in its mouth. In the next level, Mount Must Dash, this Luigi requires a lot of skill from the player. You have to reach the flagpole with 325 to 320 seconds remaining on the clock, which isn't as easy as you may think, and if you've done it correctly, you'll be able to see a little Luigi crossing the finish line before vanishing. This level is also a direct reference to Super Mario Kart. It bears similarities to Super Mario Kart's Mario Circuit and even uses a remixed version of that course's background music. On to level 7, Switchboard Falls, a Luigi can be found above one of the waterfalls by using the binocular Spriggsy. Finally, in the train stage, Bullet Bill Express, at the very end of the train, you should be able to see an extremely fast Luigi outrunning the Bullet Bill train in the background towards the far right. As you enter World 4, there's another Luigi hidden in the hub world. If you enter the warp pipe that takes you to the higher platform, once the camera angle changes, you'll be able to see him ducking behind a rock. And then once we enter stage 1, Ant Trooper Hill, there's another Luigi hidden right by the binocular Spriggsy, who will disappear depending on the camera angle. Next, in level 2, Piranha Creeper Creek, you'll be able to see a small ducking Luigi in the bottom right of the screen itself once you finish the level. A little strange since he's not actually part of the level, but whatever. Thanks very much for watching, and please let us know if we've missed anything. Please do keep in mind there's plenty more Luigis to find in the later parts of the game, and there's more stuff to come. But if you want to see more, please check out our other videos. And if you want to know about what I do on my channel, Cat Icarus, then you can have a look at my most recent Cat Icarus episode all about PlayStation 1 cheating. It's a marathon video where I cheat in over 30 different games on the PS1, so if you like the idea of that, then you obviously should go and watch the video. You have no choice in this matter. None whatsoever. Okay, you do, but actually don't. Don't, it's terrible.